Okay, so the next step, I've actually cleaned all of my twigs that I found in the park, and I am now in the process of kind of making these even. You can cut them ahead of time, but I want my bristles a little bit uneven. So the next thing I have to do is kind of bind them together, and to do that I'm going to use a little bit of that masking tape that I bought, and the black masking tape, and I kind of want to bound them together first. You could, if you want to, tie them together too, you know, with a rope. I'm going to use the tape first. It just works a little bit easier for me. And then once all the bristles are kind of bound together with the tape, then I can tie them together, and I'm going to decide which branch I want to adhere them to. So do I want them to be on the larger branch or a smaller branch, or do I want to join two branches together? So you have to kind of actually do this part without gloves, because you have to make sure that all your bristles are even, again, and lined up. Or maybe you don't want an even brush. Maybe you want a brush that has a little bit of an edge to it. And then what I'm doing is I'm just taking that tape and I'm going to be twisting it around, and I'm going to do that for each of them to prepare them ahead of time. And I'm going to do that a couple of times with the tape, and you really need really good masking tape so it sticks together. Otherwise what will happen is the tape will not hold the bristles, and you kind of need to do it a little bit slowly, like I'm wrapping it around here, so you have a tight edge and the bristles don't move out. Once you do that, you can decide which paintbrush you are going to, or which piece of wood you're going to use for the paint bottom. You can use any kind of wood. You can use a recycled paintbrush if you want to, but it's really nice if you kind of go shopping for the wood. You can go looking even for driftwood. Works really well. It's kind of free, right? Get it at the beach. Pieces, again, like I found, of old branches. Just make sure you clean them really well and give them a proper amount of time to dry. Sometimes I will, after I find my branches, I might paint them, or I might treat them with a different color. So now I kind of have my brush kind of ready here, and you can see, like, if I pull, the parts don't come out because this tape is really strong. And then you can start thinking about how you're going to, you know, what you're going to use for your next surface to make for your paintbrush. So you can use a wood, you can use an old pencil, you can use an old pen again, and that's what you're going to do. So the first step, that's what you're going to do for each of them. Tie them together, bound them together. You can tie them again with twine and then do this to even further adhere them. You can also put, if you want, coil around them and decorate them, but you want to do it for each, whatever you're using as far as your hair for the brush. Okay, so this will be, you do this for each of the brushes, and then we'll come back and you just attach them to the piece of wood or twine or pen that you are deciding to make for the handle of your brush. Okay, this will be the end of part 2.